No problem, no problem, no problem, it's just no problem. Steady Eddie is always ready to make that delivery on time. Doesn't matter if it's raining, you won't find him complaining. For Steady Eddie it is no problem. No problem, no problem, no problem, it's just no problem. Can he carry a heavy load? No problem. Can he drive safely down the road? No problem. Can he go long distance? Can he drive all night? Will he make sure the delivery gets there all right? No problem. No problem, no problem, no problem, it's just no problem. Steady Eddie is always ready to make that delivery on time. Doesn't matter if it's raining, you won't find him complaining. For Steady Eddie it is no problem. No problem, no problem, it's just no problem. It's just no problem. No, I can do it. I really can. No problem. Absolutely no. It was a cloudy morning at Steady Eddie's depot, but Eddie was very excited because today the circus was coming to town. It's been so long since I've been to the circus, said Steady Eddie to Edward. I've almost forgotten how fun it is.
I don't like the circus. It's full of noisy children and smelly sawdust that gets up my nose,
said Edward, coughing.
So I don't think I'll come along.
Are you sure? Asked Eddie.
Yes, I'm sure. The circus is for young folk, not oldies like me. You go and have a good time. I think I'll stay here and rest. And besides which, I think it's going to rain, and I don't want to get wet.
And with that, Edward went back to sleep. Rain? No, the circus is a happy place. It's always sunny when the circus comes to town. Can I come? Said an unfamiliar voice from behind the warehouse. I love the circus. Who's that? Called out Eddie. It's me, Rick Van Rentel. Surely you haven't forgotten me. It's not been that long, said Rick as he drove into the depot. Hello, Rick, said Eddie. How are you? Well, very happy, he said, laughing. So can I come along or not? But I don't really know, said Eddie. I can ask the ringmaster for you. All of a sudden there was a lot of rattling and a lot of clattering coming from the warehouse. Mind your backs, shouted Freddie Forklift. Yes, mind your backs, warned Frida, Freddie's forklift friend, as they squeezed between Eddie and Rick, carrying a massive circus tent between them. It's a new tent for Mr. Sahota's circus, said Freddie as Eddie opened his curtains. And it's very, very big. Yes, very, very big, agreed Frida. Carefully, Freddie and Frida loaded the tent into the back of Eddie. It was so big, it almost completely filled him. It's a bit of a squeeze, said Eddie. Yeah, I know, said Freddie. And we've still got the ropes and all the lights to load up. Edward can help, suggested Frida. Oh, no, replied Eddie. He doesn't like the circus, and he's gone back to sleep. Oh, dear, what shall we do? Worried Freddie. We've got to be quick because it looks like it's going to rain. I am happy to help, offered Rick Van Rentel. If you put the ropes in Eddie, I can carry the lights. Are you sure? Asked Freddie. Oh, it's not a problem. The way I see it is, keep all the tent stuff together, and then when the tent is up, I can drive inside, and they can unload all the lights. What a great idea, said Eddie. I'm far too big to get inside the tent, and you get to come to the circus with me. So, that's what happened. Freddie loaded the ropes into Eddie, and Frida loaded the lights into Rick. And it was not long until they were on their way to the circus. Steady Eddie is always ready to make that delivery on time. Doesn't matter if it's raining, you won't find him complaining. For Steady Eddie it is no problem. No problem, no problem. Absolutely no problem. It's just no problem. Oh, driving down the roads, no problem. No problem, no problem. Just driving is no problem. No problem. center pole for the tent was up. Ha 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 ha, laughed Mr. Sahota the ringmaster. Steady, Eddie, you're right on time. Do you have my new tent? Oh, yes, replied Eddie. Oh, and my new lights? I've got the tent, and Rick's got the lights, said Eddie politely. Oh, good, said Mr. Sahota. Now, Rick, you stay there. We don't need the lights for a while. And Eddie, you follow me. We've got to get the tent up quickly because it looks like it's going to rain. So Rick stayed where he was, and Eddie followed the ringmaster across the field to where the tent was to go. As they crossed the field, all the circus workers and performers came out of their trailers and followed. Everyone was going to help raise the tent. How are you going to get the tent out of me? Asked Eddie as he opened his curtain. It took 2 forklifts to get it loaded. Oh, don't worry, Eddie. This is the circus, and we have many talented performers. Norman, cried the ringmaster, and out from behind Eddie stepped a very short but very strong-looking man with a big moustache. This is Norman. He is our strong man. He is the strongest man in England, said Mr. Sahota proudly. He'll shift it. And up jumped Norman into the back of Eddie. And with a big grunt and a groan, he pushed the tent with all the ropes out of Eddie and onto the grass. Splendid, laughed the ringmaster. Good old Norman. All we have to do now is stretch out the tent, attach the ropes, and pull it up. With the help of the circus people, it wasn't long before the tent had been stretched out on the ground and all the ropes attached. What happens next? Asked Eddie. Oh, this is the good bit. Joan, our tightrope walker, shimmies up the center pole with that big rope between her teeth, loops it through the pulley at the top, lowers herself down using the loose end of the rope, and we roll up the tent. No, laughed Eddie. What really happens? But as he looked across to the tent, he saw a tall lady in a sparkly leotard and purple hair put the rope between her teeth and climb up the pole. And just as Mr. Sahota had said, she looped the rope through the pulley and lowered herself down. Wow, said Eddie. That's really cool, said Rick Van Rentel as he drove up to Eddie. That's our Joan, said the ringmaster. Now, Eddie, would you like to raise the tent? Oh, could I? Oh, of course you can. I'll tie the end of the rope to your front bumper, and if you reverse back slowly, the tent should go up. And that is exactly what happened. Slowly, very slowly, Eddie reversed, pulling the rope that was attached to the top of the tent. And slowly, very slowly, the tent began to rise. It wasn't long before the tent was at its full height, and circus people were busying themselves attaching guy ropes and pulling the tent out to its proper shape. Oh, I'm glad the tent's up, said Rick to Eddie. I think it's going to rain soon. Rick, it's always sunny when the circus comes to town. The circus is such a happy place. I know, but it does look a bit cloudy. Okay, Mr. Van Rentel, I think we're ready for your lights, said Mr. Sahota. Just drive into the tent and they'll unload you. Okie dokie, said Rick. See you later, Eddie. And off he drove into the tent. Well, there's not a lot left for you to do, Eddie. But if you want to wait around to see the opening of the show, you are most welcome. Oh, could I? Replied Eddie excitedly. That would be lovely, but I'm too big to fit into the tent. Oh, can open a small side of the tent and you can look in from there. Brilliant, said Eddie, and he decided to have a little sleep while he waited for the start of the show. It was not long before everything was ready for the opening show. The audience had arrived and was settling down. Eddie was in place looking through the side of the tent, and the band was in position. All of a sudden, there was a big crash of thunder and a flash of light. All the lights went out. Don't worry, everybody, called out Eddie from the darkness, and he switched on his lights. Great thinking, Eddie, said Mr. Sahota as he rushed into the tent looking soaking wet. What happened? Asked Eddie. Oh, I knew it would rain, but the lightning has affected our generator. It's blown a fuse, explained the ringmaster. It won't take long to fix, but we must find a way to get all the performers from their trailers into the tent without getting wet. Ask Rick to help. They can jump in him and he could drive into the tent. Oh, what a brilliant idea! And off ran the ringmaster to sort everything out. The audience were looking a bit bored, and Eddie could tell they were not enjoying themselves. Circuses are meant to be happy places, he thought. Maybe I could find a way to cheer them up. And he started turning on and off his lights and indicators, creating a little light show. The audience started clapping, and it wasn't long before the band joined in with a bit of music. Hello, I'm Steady Eddie. What's your name? Hello, I'm Steady Eddie. What's your name? Hello, I'm Steady Eddie. What's your name? Did you know I'm Steady Eddie? And you'll find I'm always ready. So, what's your name? Come on, tell me your name. What's your name? Shout your name out. What's your name? Oh, I can hear from the down. The chore. You have to shout louder. Come on. See what we can do next time. Hello, I'm Steady Eddie. Clap your hands. Clap your hands. Hello, I'm Steady Eddie. Clap your hands. Oh, this is fun. Hello, I'm Steady Eddie. Clap your hands. Did you know I'm Steady Eddie? And you'll find I'm always ready. So clap your hands. Clap your hands. Clap your hands. Oh, brilliant. Clap your hands. It was not long before everyone in the audience was joining in and having fun. Hello, I'm Steady Eddie. Stamp your feet. Stamp your feet. Hello, I'm Steady Eddie. Stamp your feet. Stamp your feet. Hello, I'm Steady Eddie. Stamp your feet. Did you know I'm Steady Eddie? And you'll find I'm always ready. So stamp your feet. That's fantastic. It sounds like everyone's joining in. Stamp your feet. Hello, I'm Steady Eddie. Shout hello. Shout hello. Hello, I'm Steady Eddie. Shout hello. Shout hello. Hello, I'm Steady Eddie. Come on, shout hello. Did you know I'm Steady Eddie? And you'll find I'm always ready. So shout hello. Shout hello. Shout. Come on, shout. Shout hello. Shout hello. Come on, you are fantastic. Shout hello. Shout hello. Shout hello. Shout hello. Shout hello. Wait a minute, the show's nearly ready. Oh, gotta say goodbye. Goodbye. And well done. Soon the generator had been fixed, and all the performers had been loaded into ring. Mr. Sahota stepped into the spotlight in the middle of the circus ring, holding a big microphone. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Sahota's Circus. I'm sorry about the slight delay, but I promise you my circus will be worth the wait. Before we start, I want to thank two people for their help. First of all, Steady Eddie, who not only helped put up the tent today, but also entertained us just now with his very own light show. The other is Rick Van Rentel, because without Rick, this show would not go on. Rick! There was a big drum roll, and all the lights went dim as Rick drove into the center of the ring spot. The drum roll continued for a few seconds more, then silence. The audience fell silent too. And then Rick hooted his horn. The music started, the lights went bright, and out the back of the van jumped all the circus performers. The crowd clapped and cheered. The show had begun.